Hey everybody, welcome to another video here on Keep Running with BK. And in today's video I'm going to be sharing some details around the first virtual event that I've shared about in previous videos. We have a 5K prediction run, and I'll be sharing more details around that with you today, as well as sharing with you some video footage from a run I took while on a Disney vacation with the family that I forgot about. And lastly, stick around to the end. I've got a free giveaway for anyone who's interested. So stick around, we'll be right back right after this. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Keep Running with BK. And today I'm bringing you along on another run, and I want to start off by sharing with you a date for the virtual 5K prediction run that I had talked about in the year kickoff. And I want to make sure that you mark your calendars for Saturday, March 26th. That's 10 weeks away. And I'm really hoping that all of you will consider participating in that. And what is a 5K prediction run? If you're not familiar with the concept, it's where all of us will run a 5K. But before we do, we'll submit a prediction time. So this isn't a type of race that awards the fastest. So it's a great way of leveling the playing field for all participants. From the slowest of us to the fastest of us, we all have an equal opportunity of winning. Now here's the thing about winning in this challenge. There's no prizes. Well, at least nothing tangible. I've got a thought or an idea. I'm gonna think about it for a while, maybe share it in a future video, because I'll continue to talk about this, provide more and more details as we get closer. But I'm really hoping that all of you will consider participating. And really I want to focus in this first segment of today's video. I want to target those of you who maybe have listened to the channel or watched the channel and you're either new to running, you're just getting back to, or just starting, or maybe you're not running at all. You're just here supporting me, which I appreciate. But maybe you would consider this. 10 weeks is plenty of time to go from 0 to a 5K. And I want to just share some tips with you that will really help you to get started. First off, this isn't about speed, so don't worry about being fast. The goal of this first one is really to get a great start to the new year. Get out there and be exercising and get started, and then just have some fun challenge out there to have fun participating in, but also a little bit of motivation to get us moving. So if you're just starting, tip one, don't worry about the time. It's all about getting out there and actually completing the distance. So 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles, very doable for anyone to prepare for in 10 weeks. The next step would really be, if you're getting started, and just a quick word, if you have gotten started and you've already started some running, some of this may be helpful, some of this may give you some ideas to maybe tweak what you're doing. But I would already strive to initially establish a routine where at least 3 times a week you're getting out and exercising. 3 times is very doable. You could do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, where you're giving yourself rest days in between. You can do it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. There's lots of flexibility here for your schedule. Just choose 3 days to get out there and make it happen. Again, the goal here is not speed. So just keep the efforts easy, comfortable, and slow. And it's okay to incorporate walking in there, especially when you're first getting started. And I would suggest, if you truly are starting from square one, start with the goal of exercising for 30 minutes each of those days. The first 5 minutes of that half an hour, sorry, I'm running uphill and I'm going easy. Woo! That first 5 minutes should just be walking to warm up, get the legs moving, get the blood pumping. And then for the next 20 minutes, alternate between 1 minute easy jog and 1 minute walking. And then maybe next week, or that starts to feel doable and comfortable, maybe you do easy jog for a minute and walk for half a minute. And continue to adjust that. Jog for a minute and a half, walk for 30 seconds, jog for 2 minutes, walk for a minute or half a minute. But work your way up to where you can jog for 20 minutes. Nice and easy, nice and comfortable, and not trying to break any new speed records. It's just to get that routine established, and it's to gradually build up the amount of time that you can run over the period of a half an hour. And then finish with 5 minutes of walking as a recovery. Once you feel comfortable with that 20 minutes, then you can adjust it to where you're working up to, you know, jogging or running for half an hour. And that's it. That's basic, that's simple, and that's doable if you're starting from square one and wanting to be able to participate and have fun in a virtual 5K prediction run at the end of the month. I'm sorry, at the end of the quarter. For those of you that are running consistently, I think you probably have the distance covered, but you need to be thinking about at what point in time do you start gauging what your time is going to be. And I'm curious how you're going to go about determining your prediction. Are you going to base it on some sort of formula? Are you going to base it on some sort of factor of your current pace or training? How are you thinking about predicting your 5K time? Share that in the comments below. I'm just curious for myself what methods other people are going to use, and then for some of us who may have never done this before, it'll give us some different ideas to think about as we get closer. Again, mark your calendars. Saturday, March 26th. I'll be providing more details coming up in a future video, probably when we get a little bit closer, of how to submit your prediction times. And I'm also giving some thought to maybe how to recognize the top 1, 2, or 3 finishers for coming the closest to their prediction time. One of the other things I want to share with you now is, a few weeks ago, my wife and I took our adult children to Disney for a family trip. Disney was celebrating the park's 50th anniversary. My wife and I both had our 50th birthdays this past year, and we had planned and saved for a trip to celebrate our 50th together at Disney for its 50th, and did a lot of walking, a lot of waiting in lines, and it really wrecked my feet. If you're following my training on Strava, you might have noticed I didn't do much running that week. I only got one, and man, was it a doozy. In fact, when I got back from the trip, I had my Achilles tendonitis injury from last year that I've been nursing back to health over the past year flared up, and boy, was it painful. I couldn't walk for a few days. Sorry, I'm going easy. It's hard to do that when you're also talking on a camera. I find that I tend to run too fast, or I don't have another arm to swing. And I've been going up these gradual uphills. But my tendonitis flared up, and I didn't know I thought I was going to sideline my running for a few weeks or what. Fortunately, it was only a few days, and that was a couple weeks ago. But here you go. I hope you enjoy it. Scenes from my recent Disney run, as well as maybe a few pictures from the trip. Some of the highlights for me that I'll put in there as well. And then when we come back, I'll share with you a free offer for me to anyone who's interested. So stay tuned, we'll be right back right after this. So I gotta tell you, when I started that run, my legs were really tired. My feet were hurting, my calves were tight, but I wanted to get out and get at least one run in and see how, after being on my feet all day at the park, how my legs would feel. It only took one run to know that was it. I wasn't doing that anymore during the week. But hopefully you enjoyed that. I mentioned a few times during the video that I had a free offer for anyone that's interested. Last year I did a video on tracking your progress, kind of as a training journal or as a training log. And I know many of us use online tools, online sites to do that. In fact, I record my training on 3 sites. and that's Strava, Garmin Connect, and the third one is escaping my mind right now. I'll put it up on the screen. But anyways, I also maintain a spreadsheet that I created where I've logged all my runs except for the 1 year I took sabbatical from logging since 1998. I've got over 20 years worth of running data that has served me well over the years of just being able to go back, do comparisons, and really learn a lot about how my running's going. And last year I offered anyone who wanted a copy of that training log that all they had to do was email me and I'd send it to them. Well, I've created a log for 2022 and I want to extend that offer again. Anyone who's interested in a free training log for the year, feel free to email me at keeprunningwithbk@gmail.com. I'll put that email here on the screen as well as in the show notes, and I'll be happy to send you the spreadsheet. It's an Excel spreadsheet, so if you have Excel that works. If not, you might be able to open it up in Google Sheets and use it there. But I just want to offer that to help anyone who's looking for, a method they can use to track their running. Well, that's all I have for you today. Again, thanks for joining me. Take the time to check out some other videos on the channel. Again, don't forget to share in the comments below. How are you going to go about predicting your 5K time in the event coming up March 26th? And until next time, stay safe, train smart, and keep running.